in a short term, we have the possibility to generate revenues. And that put us in a totally different category. So it's a major step for the company.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me today is Genflow Biosciences CEO, Dr. Eric Lyra. Eric, very good to speak with you. You've secured a significant investment from a major institution to support your research into aging in dogs. Tell us more about the dog study.
Yeah, the dog seems to be a natural evolution. We got very good results with mice, and we want to replicate those results with dogs. The big difference is there's no market for improving the aging of mice. On the other hand, there's a fantastic market regarding the aging of dogs.
Tell us more about the market then for aging of dogs.
Okay, you have a dog, I understand. I have a dog. So we all understand it's obviously a very large market. Dogs are now part of our families. We want to take care of those dogs when they age. We can answer here a very significant unmet needs. There's nothing to improve really the quality of life of our aging dogs, and also to extend as much as possible the life expectancy of our dogs.
So tell us about the clinical trial and what it's targeted at.
Yes. So we will run a trial that will last a year. It will be 6 months where we provide the treatment, and then 6 months of assessment. It's run by an independent CRO, Syngene, very reputable. So it's not coming from us saying, oh, our product is better. There will be a lot of credibility. It's a very rigorous clinical trial. It's controlled, it's randomized. We look at different endpoints. Some endpoints are purely, like the quality of the coat. The dogs, when they age, they have some dermatitis, and the quality of the dog is important for dog owners. But also there's endpoints that can be used not only for the dogs, but have some use for us for understanding the effect of our therapy in human. For example, we look at the biological age of the dogs, and there's now methylation clocks, and those methylation clocks are pan-mammalian. So if it works on the dog, it's very likely that with the same mechanism, it will work on the human. Other endpoint where we can have extrapolation for human is the mitochondrial functions. We look at the muscles, but further than the muscles, we look at how functional are the mitochondria. There's a lot of pathology in humans that are driven by dysfunction of mitochondria. Mitochondria is this energy source in our cells, and it's linked with a multiple pathology in humans. So this clinical trial will be a very good proof of concept that will be credible with potential application in human.
Eric, what sort of competition is there in the market for this? I assume Genflow Biosciences isn't the only company that is targeting this.
It's a good question. Of course, because such an unmet need, we're not the only company interested in trying to answer that. Mostly our competition is in the US. The US focus on repurposing of drugs. So they repurpose drugs like metformin and rapamycin, and they apply what we try to demonstrate in human for those drugs to dogs. We are obviously in a totally different category from this competition, this US competition, especially in terms of scientific innovation. We come with a new approach with a gene therapy, something that's more likely to have a higher impact than this repurposed drug. So we think we have the possibility, to differentiate ourselves from the competition.
So going back to the investment, Eric, tell us more about the investment, because it looks like a vote of confidence in your study.
Yes, it's a limited fundraise. As you know, we rely a lot on non-diluting grants from multiple sources. It reflects also how lean our organization is. If Elon Musk is coming to our company, I don't think he will find something a lot to cut. But more seriously, this also is very interesting because it brings small amount of money, but it brings very serious investors outside from the UK. So that's a step up in our fundraising. And especially it brings some US investors that have deep pocket and will be able to support the company in the long run. So we're very excited about this investment round.
Okay. So tell us just a little bit more of next steps for the dog study.
Oh, yes. This dog study is proof of concept. We are not a vet company. We're good at developing drugs, but there's a pharma company specializing in the veterinary market. They have more expertise than us in how to commercialize these drugs. This 1 year study is supposed to trigger a deal with one of those companies. It's a major step in our company. We were a classical biotech company. That means and involved in human health. That was mean we were raising drugs, and it's very frustrating for the investors because it's highly regulated and we have to go through multiple steps. And developing a drug for human takes a long time. But here, in a short term, we have the possibility to generate revenues. And that put us in a totally different category. So it's a major step for the company. I think this is one of the biggest RNS I'm issued because it's a change in our business model. We're not, promising to have something in the long run. It's something that takes a lot of time, but we can generate revenues. Different category of company.
Eric, I hope you'll keep us updated on any progress with that study. But thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us
will.
today.
Thank you very much.